Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Mishaps.
Misfits, Mishaps. I thought you were going to go with what episode we are. Happy.
I can't remember.
I don't know. 14,
So,
I think we
yeah.
are. So I don't know what we
Exactly.
are, but
Yeah.
here we are again.
Yes.
On our
Here we are. We're almost done with
financial
stewardship.
stewardship mishaps.
I know. This is.
Should it be like mishaps of the week or mishaps of our life?
It could be both. There's so many. There's so many mishaps. I thought it was so nice to have like some actual professionals, I think, talking to us about it. And, some really good practical examples, right, of stuff. But I did sort of write down, like, I think a lot of people have anxiety over money. And so these are my little practical steps that I came up with, which I plagiarized from different places. But name the anxiety, right? Everybody says that.
Money.
Write down exactly what you're afraid of. And I think, like that there's not enough is basically what that is. But anyway, and so practice. Right now, we have enough for today. Oh, that's like pretty scary, really good. Create clarity, right? Avoidance fuels the anxiety. That's true. Focus on the next right steps, not the whole mountain. I think that like Natalie and Holly talked about that. Like just do one thing. Like what are you going to do for this month? And so that was good. One faithful step. Bring money into the light with someone safe. That's hard. As we know, that's hard. But I think being able to say like, this is where I'm stressed. This is what my issue is. And we do that with so many other issues, but we don't necessarily do it with that one. So, and I think everybody's got their thing that they don't do it with, right? And so, like, I can bring all my junk to you about my financial situation. Like, you could care less, but like, that doesn't bother me. But I got other stuff that I'm like, I just don't want to talk about this. I'm so anxious about this. So
let me stop you there and just ask the audience, because we didn't end with Natalie and Holly asking that too. Like, I'd love to hear just to that. What is your stressor? Like, I feel like we both have had phases throughout this podcast where we've been pretty open about ours. And, I always say mine's money.
Yeah.
And just doing this financial stewardship the last couple of weeks has made me have to be more vulnerable with a community that doesn't even know me to say, listen, a lot of things in my life I've done well. This is an area that I don't feel like I've done well. And I've carried that burden. And so be curious to our listeners, like, I guess the question would be twofold. What's your area of weakness? Or, not even weakness, yes, but like your stressor. Is it money? Is it family? Is it health? Is it faith? Is it like, if you had to pick the one area of your life that's the biggest stressor?
It's like, it's more than stressor. It's the thing like that you hold so close to your vest that you're not vulnerable about, right? Like, because it does cause stress, but the truth of the matter is it's like, it's so tight in there that you can't let it go.
Let it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I think it comes from a pride, right? Because I want an image to the world to be, look, we got it all together.
Right.
And the one area that you hold so close to your vest is usually the area that you don't have all together.
Right.
Whether that's I'm an
1,000%.
alcoholic, or I'm watching porn, or I'm committing adultery, or I'm cheating at work, or I'm not working hard enough and I'm lazy. I'm going to try to fake it and make it look like I'm working, whatever it is.
But it's also even decent. Like, then, like, it's like, your marriage isn't great.
Right.
You have a prodigal child. Like, you have, like, whatever it is.
Right. There's kids on drugs. I don't want the world to know, because then they'll think differently.
Exactly.
So it stems from a pride of, I don't want people to know that I'm not doing well in this area.
Right.
And that's
And
hard.
I think no matter what, financial, whatever the issue is, like, that's true of it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's
we all have a hidden thing that we don't want anybody to know.
Don't want anybody to
So
know.
what is yours is the first question. But then, speaking of financial stewardship, I would love to know from our audience and our listeners if you have tips and tricks. Like, I wanted to end the last one with that too. Like, do you have a tip? Do you have a trick that you've used? Or is there a thing that you're like, I tried this and it didn't work? Or an app that you're like, we keep talking about Acorns. Like, that app has been so good for me. So is there an app out there or a program that you're using that?
Which I had no idea about that.
I
That's
love
what I
Acorns.
do. Like that.
Yeah.
Is it Acorns with an S?
It's Acorns. Acorn. It's like Revelations.
Oh, yeah.
Look, it's in my little financial thing.
Look,
it's
at you.
Acorns.
With an S.
And so
like, you're saving,
you're
squirreling away acorns.
That's what it is. It's,
cute.
And so it tells you
Yeah.
Like,
Look at this.
how much you can invest and where it's at every day. It tells me my roundups and,
I love that.
So it's soup and it's literally that easy.
Yeah.
So
I love
that's
that.
nice.
But like, I think, yes, we would love to hear anything that you have to share, because that is, we certainly don't know it all.
Right. Part of
Right?
this community. Where are you at? That's part of it. So go ahead. I'm
Right.
sorry. I meant to do that at the end of the last
No.
one.
That ties in with, I think, like, we do have a responsibility to plan. And even, in my goals, I said, like, I feel like we just sort of we don't necessarily, Rodney and I don't necessarily go outside the guardrails, but we definitely don't necessarily have a plan. It's like, oh, we should do that. We should get a new dishwasher, right? Like, okay.
Right.
but it's just sort of, we do it in these passing moments, and we don't really ever sit down and say, like, what are our goals in terms of financial and
well, and even I think it was maybe it was Holly, I don't remember, said something about that as far as like as a couple.
Yeah.
Even, or maybe you said it, like you sit with your clients and say, what are your long-term 3 or 4 goals?
Right.
I don't know if Sean and I ever sat down from a financial perspective.
Yes.
I mean, we set goals all the time, but like, I don't know if he and I ever said, hey, at age this, I hope we're here.
Right.
I don't know if we ever set long-term financial goals.
Yeah. And I think it's important to be able to do that. Like, I remember when my dad was alive, he was like, it's really important that we educate our kids without student loans. They come out without student loans, and I want to be able to leave this much money, right? And that, like, that just, we're still talking about it 10 years later, right? And so, like you guys said, we're not going to put our kids in a position to have student loans, and like, this is what Rodney and I do. It's like a passing, oh, we should do that, thing, but like, I don't think we've ever written them down.
Yeah,
like the rest of our lives, most everything gets at least some sort of attention and time and energy and formality, and we don't strategically plan for that. So
we'll go ahead and finish that. Then I'll go to the.
I loved this because this is, my thing, but like, give something away. Like, even if it's, a cup of coffee that you thought you could buy for, like, just give it to somebody else, right? Because that generosity, I think, makes you feel like so good about I am rich, right? I'm rich in spirit. I'm rich in time. I'm rich. Give your time away. Whatever it is, I think it brings us back to, what we're created to do, which is to be generous and to love one another.
Good.
And so
it's a good one.
Yeah. Anyway, that was the comparison thing. I think, like, I have really just said, like, I got to be done with this stupid Instagram thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't even do anything on it.
Right.
Sorry, we shouldn't say that because we need to be on there. For Misfits has to be on there.
You should really check out Misfits on Instagram.
Right. Exactly. But I do think, like, it's so easy to think, I need that.
Right.
I don't even do so much as the comparison thing, but I'm like, huh.
Oh, that's like they auto-generate. I started looking for wedding dresses for the wedding, and now everything on Instagram is another dress. I'm like, oh, I'll just order that and return it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, stop the madness.
I told you I had to do these Invisalign retainer things.
Yes.
So now there's this little ball that's, $49. It's an ultrasonic Invisalign cleaner thing that's all that's on my feet. I had to ask my dentist about it. I'm like, hello, do I need one of these?
Yeah,
and he's like, well, you probably do. But anyway.
I just put a heated eyelash curler in my cart.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, because as I'm getting older, I don't know if I'm noticing it. I don't know. But like, maybe it's because the younger generation's doing
fake ones.
Lashes. So I'm all of a sudden aware of the fact that I don't have very good lashes.
And yours are red.
And mine are red. So if I don't have mascara on it, I look completely bald. Yeah. So I always say, if I'm on a deserted island, I'm taking mascara. That's my thing because I can't go without it. But I'm like, man, I swear my eyelashes used to be curled more. Yeah. And now I don't know if as you older, they sag too. So I was like Googling, like, what can I do to make my eyelashes better? And they were like, get a heated eyelash curler.
What in the world?
And so it's a little, I ordered it.
Cool.
Everybody needs one.
See, I want one of those.
Like, has a little, it's chargeable.
Okay.
And it's just a little box on the end of the curler. And you charge it and it's heated.
You know what you should do?
And then you heat it and it's supposed to do it.
You should give it away and give it to me.
We'll see. I don't know. But talk about stupid Instagram stuff. Like as soon as I Googled, what can you do for your eyelashes? I now get every ad on heated curlers. So I bought a heated eyelash curler. Someone tell me if they work. I don't know. I haven't got it yet. It's on back order, so they must be great.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Okay. So, see, that means we need it.
Right.
I mean, that's a whole different... That
I wonder why I have financial problems.
That has nothing to do with
a heated eyelash curler.
Financial stewardship. Oh, my God. Anyway, those were just sort of...
Yeah.
This could be a mishap.
This could be a mishap. My heated eyelash
depending on what it does.
I'm in a hot flash, like you can tell.
That's hysterical.
Oh, I know. Heated eyelash curler. So... Before I get into the misfits, because I do have I do have a financial mishap that's happening as we speak. So I will share that in a minute. But your list is great. But I wonder, and I don't know if I would say this is a flip side to this or just another side, but there's another demographic of people, let's say, who live in, Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Who live in huts.
Yeah.
And will never have a financial planner.
No, for sure
We'll never talk about estate planning.
No.
We'll never talk about retirement and leaving money to kids.
Right.
And you go there on mission trips, and they are the most joyful people in the world. And so I wonder where the balance is between that.
Yeah.
Like we spend so much time, I spend way too much time stressing over money, worrying over money, thinking about money, knowing if I don't have enough money, to people that just, money isn't part of they don't have it. And it's not part of them. And they have no stress.
But there's also, I think, there's such good that comes from living in a society and a culture that we live in. Such opportunity, right? But the dark side of that comes with then we're creating anxiety. They don't have the kind of anxieties that we have and they're not worried about their eyelashes. They're not worried about what shoes we have. Right. I mean, they're right. So I think, we have escalated this into such a big, huge thing because we don't really believe God will provide because we haven't had to rely on that. And so I think like God knew that when the Bible was written, as he talks about money all the time because, he knew that this is where we were going to be and that, he's never going to be enough to fulfill us the way we live. So,
I told Sean the other day, a commercial popped up or whatever about starving kids and give money or one of those. And I said to him, what if we just sold everything and went to be missionaries somewhere?
Right. Yeah.
It would take away the financial stress, like all the burden that I have of finances.
I think
if I lived in a culture where I wasn't around it, I wasn't hearing about it, I wasn't seeing all the stuff, and you lived in a hut somewhere.
I don't think that would take it away from you.
You don't think it would?
No. Because I think it's your thing. So I don't think it actually has that much to do with money.
Yeah.
It has to do,
but if you lived in a culture that no one had it, so then you didn't feel bad that you didn't have it. I don't know.
But so then the issue is like then you're comparing yourself to right? So
but
that's still going to happen in living in a hut, and you're going to be like,
compare my hut.
Your hut is taller than my hut, or your hut is closer to the road than my hut.
That's true.
And
that's
like,
true.
I think
I would love to interview somebody from there and hear if they have stresses about that.
I think so. I mean, we have like compassion kids that like, when we communicate with them and as they get older and older, they're
stressing about not having.
They're stressing about the lack of opportunity that they have. Now, they're incredibly grateful for where they are, which I don't think we are, right? I don't think we sit in gratitude. Right. Like it's so easy to change someone's life in that situation, right? And they have to be humble enough to let someone do it and let somebody help, right? So I think it's an ingrained problem with us in our culture and who we are, and that makes us like think we have to have more, right? And
I guess there is a difference between gratitude, which is what I think I see in them, and no anxiety.
Right.
They probably do, I'm sure, in some extent. Like you said, it doesn't matter whether a salary of $5 or a salary of $5
No.
million, they're still stressed about
Right.
money. You're right.
Yeah. So I don't think that.
So don't go be a missionary in Zimbabwe.
No, I mean, I think from a comparison perspective, sure, you should go be a missionary in Zimbabwe if you feel like that's a gifting God
Right.
gave you and that's where you belong. But I have this weird feeling that you're going to get there and be like, ah, I have my doctorate. I could really be helping like this, and this. And I could, and so like, I feel like you have to sort of own it. And like, I've just had to learn that over the years. Like it is like, I think just owning, like, this is who I am. This is where I am. This is like, I didn't do any of this. Like God did it. I don't know why. This is where God has me. Why am I even like worried about it?
Right.
One way or the other, non-financial. Like what am I doing? What am I doing? So I think the financial piece brings out all of our junk, right? Because it's I don't know why, but it brings up all of our junk. So
someday,
Lord, but it's all about faithfulness, and if we feel like we can be faithful in different things,
hot, cold. You're seeing an immediate,
right,
on air what it's like to have hot flashes and then not.
Were you cold?
I had a hot flash instantly, and then the sweat comes, and now I'm cold. So I'm trying to bring them back down. So
okay.
Welcome to Menopause.
Okay. This is a new shirt. It's pretty.
That's not new. It's old.
Fun.
I just grabbed it out of there.
It's cute.
Thanks. Anyways,
old is new.
Right.
So mishaps.
So
let's start with this.
Sometimes it's not good that your husband listens to the podcasts. My husband is currently on the road driving to Birmingham because we had another car.
Oh, no.
I mean, honestly, when you have 5 cars, and they're all worse than the next.
Yeah.
So one car is always I'm just so done with cars. And in Bailey's circumstance, they're getting married in a couple months, and the company that her fiance works for, when he gets the designee of where he's going, he's in training, as soon as you get to where you're going to go here, he gets a car.
Okay.
And so a car is coming. So they're just trying to get through, because once he gets his car from the company, then she can drive his current car. So then her terrible car that we have, she won't need.
Right.
So we're like, we just need it to get through a couple more months. And so it died a couple months ago. So we brought it here. We got it fixed. Trailered it back to not like we're literally babying this thing to just get through. And it was running great. I mean, she even called a couple, right before Christmas, she called, she's like, this is the best tamale's been forever. So the car's named Tamale. She's like, tamale has not been this good forever. It's been awesome. We're great. Well, she leaves for Christmas break. And so it got freezing cold up there, and no one was there, and no one started the car, and now the car won't start. So she goes back after Christmas, and they've, all the stuff we would know, jumped into all the stuff. We paid a mobile guy to go out and assess it, and no one knows what's wrong with Tamale. So my husband is now currently on the way with his truck, driving to Birmingham. Again, this is an 8-hour drive. This isn't around the corner.
Close, right.
He is driving twofold because he somehow thinks he'll get out there and be able to fix what the mechanic couldn't.
Okay.
He's not a mechanic.
Right.
He's not a mechanic.
Yes.
So the idea that somehow he's like, I think I can go out there and assess the damage and fix it, when we paid for a mobile mechanic to come out and could.
Yes.
But Sean, somehow non-mechanic, is going to look at it and fix it. Typical male.
He does have God grace.
He does. And he says his buddy's a mechanic here that he loves. And he's like, he's going to FaceTime me. He thinks he can fix it on FaceTime. I'm like,
okay, there you go.
Which I hope it is. I hope that's it. I hope that works. So Sean is currently on the road driving to Birmingham to fix Bailey's car.
Yes.
If not, he's going to leave her his truck.
Okay.
And he's going to rent a truck and trailer this car back to us. To get
the guy here fixing it.
And again, because we're upside down, this is the finances. This car's one of those cars that's just upside down.
Right.
And so we still owe a significant amount of money on this car, and it's not worth what we owe. So to trade it in, we lose value on it. And we can't just pay it off outright because we're paying for a wedding. So I can't just pay it out. So we are stuck with this car that is like the biggest lemon in the world, and what we've invested and put into and now are dealing with. I was like, you wonder why we have financial mishaps.
God.
So literally he had to take time off work drive 8 hours, spend the night, fix a car, and potentially trailer it back.
All that costs money.
All that costs money. I mean, just all the stuff. And then I said, okay, you're going to leave her at the truck, the big old truck, which is fine. She'll be fine. You're going to trailer this car back and try to get it fixed. And then you're not going to have a car here.
Right.
So he's going to take his motorcycle. So Lord willing, the weather's good because he's now on a motorcycle until, I don't know. She has to come back in February for the shower. So we're hoping that it's all fixed and that she'll bring the truck back in February when she comes back for the shower. So more financial mishaps, our world.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you can't get ahead.
I can't get ahead.
Can't get ahead. It's like
you put $1 aside and the car breaks. And you're
like, how does that work?
I know. I just said that to Cree today. I was like, someday all the kids are going to be off the payroll.
Right.
And all y'all are going to have your terrible cars gone. And I'm going to buy a new car.
Yeah.
And it's going to not die on me.
That's right. You're going to be able to drive it and count on it and not wonder, like, I have to build margin in case the car goes down. These cars, they like haunt you.
They are. We have the worst cars.
Rodney, like, takes care of cars. Like, I don't know anything about cars. I don't even like to gas up my car. So.
Sean just told Cannon, our youngest, he's like, why don't you go back and be a mechanic so that we don't have to pay all this money? We'll pay you to be a mechanic.
Yeah, that's so hysterical.
We don't have to deal with this.
This might be a good financial financial thing.
Goodness.
That is
so fun. There's our mishap right now. Literally, Sean is on the road.
Yeah. I don't have a good mishap, actually.
Well, that's because you're a financial steward.
No, but it like
you don't have crappy cars.
No, but I have, it's very interesting. Like, we have run into sort of the opposite problem with our kids are saying, you don't have to help us.
That's nice.
Which is fine.
It's not a problem.
It's not a bad thing, but it's also like, why wouldn't you let us if we can?
If we can.
Right? And so, like, again, it goes back to this money message thing that we talked about. Like what do we do wrong? Like you don't have to do this separately. Now, I know, like, we've talked to you. You and I have talked about this a lot. Like, I'm all about financial independence and setting them up to be financially independent. And,
and they are.
And they are, but
so you have to celebrate that.
Yeah, but I just think it's sort of interesting that it's
so you and Rodney need to go on a trip.
We'll go ahead and do those Jags tickets. And it's like, no, I got it. And I'm like, you don't need me? Like, wait, what? Don't need like so it's been sort of interesting things that, like,
well, you're wearing your jewelry. I
am wearing my jewelry. So I'm wearing my jewelry. In case any of you didn't listen, go back a couple episodes. We had a jewelry conversation. I did. I said that I was going to start wearing my jewelry because you and I sort of both have this. We're opposite ends of the spectrum where you're like, I don't want anybody to know my financial situation.
Because it's so bad.
Because it's bad. And I'm like, I don't want anybody to know my financial situation either.
Right.
And so I have some really nice jewelry that Rodney bought me and that I'm sort of ashamed to wear and ashamed to say that I have. And I decided that, if you're going to be vulnerable, I'm going to be vulnerable.
Look, show your ring. How beautiful.
I have my ring.
And the earrings?
Yes, this is an Alexandrite. And it is.
It really
I have it. So
gorgeous.
It changes under the light. I don't know if you can see it, but it changes colors.
It's
not like a mood ring.
We've held hands twice.
It's not like a mood ring, but it does, like, if you see it in this, it's like sort of purpley. Can you see that?
It's gorgeous.
But anyway, there's one mine in the world where they mine it, and it happens to be in Brazil. And I love that it's purple, like, Lydia, purple colors.
Well done, Rodney.
Yes. And so.
And look at her showcasing this.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So I have.
Well done.
Yeah. So I'm not ashamed of it.
Good.
So I'm practicing.
That's it.
So I promised I would do it, and I'm doing it. It's one of my goals.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and this is. I don't know where we're at in the scheme of things or when we're recording. I mean, this is the record things.
Yeah, end of January.
So so then it would have been back a couple weeks.
Yeah.
There is National Quit Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like when everybody quits their goals. Like most people quit their goals. And so we are coming up on National Quit Friday. And so look at you.
I know.
Getting a goal. Well, and I just talked to Creed on the phone, and one of his goals, which was so sweet. Not that he listens to this, but one of his goals was to have quality date nights with mom. And he's away. But he was like, I'm going to make an effort. And so today we went to lunch. And I was like, look, you get to cross off one of your goals. You did a quality time with just mom. I know.
Alex called me today and said, hi, Mom. I'm just calling to check on you. I'm like, those boys.
Those boys can
I know.
melt your heart in a
I
second.
know.
That's all. If they knew,
I know.
if they knew that all it took was a, hey, Mom, in the
Yes.
world.
I know. So sweet.
Yeah.
So sweet. So I'm like, what do you need?
Right. I'll give you anything.
I can help you. Okay.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah. So,
but yeah.
Anyway. But
National Quit Friday, and we've not quit.
We haven't quit. And
So that's good.
I did review my goals too, which I keep saying like, oh, Tammy's reviewing her goals.
Yeah.
I need to review my goals. I did that last year and did a good job of it, but I thought I also put on my Monday.com and said, review your goals every couple, 6 weeks or so. So anyway,
good.
Yeah. So
there we are.
Financial mishaps. But
financial mishaps. Tell us yours.
Yep.
Right.
Love to share.
Love to know mishaps.
Yeah.
Best bet is probably one of my mishaps. I love to gamble a little bit. Like
I forgot. Yeah,
I love to gamble. And I don't gamble, but
right.
I mean, $5 here or there, but it could be a problem. And so, did I tell you this?
No, I'm like wondering where this is going.
So, trying to do better because we're talking about financial stewardship. I was reading on, 5 things the average American can do to save money.
Yeah,
whatever.
Right. Okay,
easy. Don't buy Starbucks. They give you these, and one of them. I don't know where I get my data.
Yeah.
I don't know how legit this is, but it said to download Solitaire Cash and you can make money by playing games. And I was like, it's in one of the top 5 ways. And I thought, I love Solitaire. So I downloaded Solitaire Cash. So every night I play, like it's my downtime night. And I'm like,
it's better than Instagram, I think.
Yes. And I'm making money. So I'm up to $8.70. I was up to $14, but then I played like a high risk and I'm down to $8. So I got to build my kitty back up now before I can play some high risk. But
I didn't know you liked to gamble. I know you went to Best
I love
Bet.
to gamble. If I had the money, I would be a terrible gambler.
Okay, well, so here's one reason why God's not doing that. Let's just talk about that. If there's any excess, I would gamble. Let's
gamble it away.
About that. That is so funny.
I love the
adrenaline high.
I could, if I just rolled this, I could, or if I just pulled that, I could. It's the competitiveness in me that I always think I can beat the house or I can beat the, whatever.
Yeah. Like, so you think you're smarter than
I do, and I'm not. I don't even know how. And the funny thing is, I'm a slot.
I was just gonna say,
I'm
so
not a table
exactly,
person, really.
Right.
Like, I've played a few, but that's not my jam. I'm like the penny slot machine person.
It's funny. I have no interest in gambling. I am
fun.
These are you you go to Atlantis in the Bahamas or on a cruise or something, and I'm like, what? These people are all idiots. Like ding 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 ding. Yeah, gets me fired. No,
up.
I can't stand it. All the lights.
And walking through it,
the oxygen that they're pumping in there, and everything. Rodney and I went to Las Vegas, and we put $20. We got $20 for the slot machine, and so we're like $10 in, and gone in like 42 seconds. Yes. And Rodney's like, can we get our money back? Yeah. We can go have gelato.
I know.
We were like, this is the dumbest thing ever.
Dumb. I mean, and thankfully.
Isn't that funny?
But it is a very fun date night for me. Like when we talk about different date nights, like I tell Sean, like that would be my choice. Like let's each take $20 that we would go to dinner and go to Best Bet and play.
Which is actually good for your health. So that's okay, probably.
We're very managed, and Sean doesn't love to gamble. Yeah. Like it's not him.
But think about it. If you won $100, that's like new money.
Right. So that's where I'm like, I think, and so
you
then
could save 100% of it.
That's where I get like, if I just do one more roll, if I just do one more. So at Best Bet, there is a game. So again, back to my boys, which is hilarious. Obviously, Bailey and I have a ton in common because we're girls. So trying to find things with my boys, like there's sports, there's this, and I'm like, okay, I can watch football with you, but it's not the same. So like finding something, and so we found Best Bet. So for Mother's Day last year, they took me to Best Bet. So it's me, Creed, and Cannon. We go into Best Bet on Mother's Day, and they each gave me money, and we're going to go play, and that was going to be our Mother's Day thing. So we announce it going into Best Bet, and I was like, so this is how sweet of my boys to take me to Best Bet. We're going to do it. And I'm going to win because how sweet is this that we're going to Best
God's
Bet,
on my side. Right.
So they put me at one table to try to teach me this game that I can't even, and I don't even know how to say the name of it. Was not my jam. And then I found Johnny War.
What is that?
On the did you just say, what is that?
Like regular
like the card
war?
game Johnny War that you play?
I don't, like War?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Why is it called Johnny War?
I don't know. You don't call it Johnny War?
No, it's just War.
We're like one card to one card, and winner takes.
I never called it
Johnny War.
Who's Johnny?
I guess the guy that invented it.
Interesting.
It's always been Johnny War.
I've never heard
played Johnny
that
War.
before.
No,
Only War. Yeah, like you teach your kids, you could play War.
Yeah, Johnny War.
You get the whole. Yeah,
her kids play Johnny War.
that's so funny.
I don't know why it's Johnny War. That's so funny.
I've never heard of this.
Well, maybe it's just War best bet. I called it Johnny War.
So they have a table?
There's a table that you play against the dealer, and you play Johnny War against the dealer. And it's just, you put down your chip, and it's just card against card. So it's just, and I was like, oh, I can do this. And so I had my little bit of money left, and I went down to the Johnny War table, and I thought, I'm going to be a millionaire. Right here.
Right.
I lost my money so fast. It wasn't even, I mean, statistically, it shouldn't have happened that way. But Creed saved the family. We all went in with 50.
Uh-huh.
As a family, the three of us.
Right.
We went in with 50. We went in with 150.
Okay.
We came out with 300.
Oh.
All because of Creed. Cannon and I lost every dime.
Yeah.
Creed saved the family that day.
Funny.
Yeah, we like to gamble. Again, we don't
like
gamble
I know,
much,
but like it's entertainment for
yeah,
you.
it would be a night out for us.
Yeah, I do. I don't have any desire to do that. Isn't that funny?
You haven't done it with me yet. We make
That's
it fun
true.
because I scream and yell when we hit for 10
Oh
cents.
my God, you're one of those people.
Oh my gosh, I play the penny machine, and when I hit for like 10 cents, which is nothing, I'm like, because the dinging goes ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I hate that noise. That gives me like nightmares. That is
free alcohol.
So
as long as you're
funny.
gambling, free alcohol. I mean, it's a great night. It's
That
cheap
is
night.
hysterical.
$10 in, I can get all my alcohol for free. Play the penny
You're
slots.
such a big drinker. You could probably spend less than $50 on alcohol.
I take my 2 and I'm like, I'm out.
Go home. Huh.
Yes, another side
I
of me.
did not know that this was. Look at this.
Look
we
at the
learn
things we're learning.
Okay, so let me just say, like, in general, if I'm God, I'm not going to give you extra to gamble with. Yeah, just saying.
I know. But
Entertainment or not.
I'm very...
I feel like you should go with the shooting thing.
Controlled.
As your date.
I'm very controlled with the gambling.
No, I seem to understand that, but it doesn't sound like...
Well,
I seem to understand that you think you're very controlled, but...
It's true.
But
there was a time where I was convinced that I was going to start a church in Vegas because I was like, gamblers need Jesus too, and rich people need Jesus. So I was like, Sean, I mean, this was serious conversations. I was like, I really think God might call us to Vegas to start a church because I think those gamblers need Jesus. And I'll be right there with them.
That is so funny. This is so funny.
There is a side.
Okay, so it's deeper seated than comparison. I think. All right, scrap everything I've said, and let's go through this 12-step process.
So funny.
My God,
I know.
Yeah.
I don't gamble much because we don't have it, but I always think that would be my thing if I could.
Like that would be your entertainment.
And I think it's the competitiveness. Yeah. I'm such a competitive person.
I'm so competitive too.
That I'm like
I don't like I would bet on me. Mm-hmm. Like if I was playing you in golf, I would bet. And
I
like
won't do, yeah.
Like I would bet like we used to do that when we were kids. Like we would bet for whatever. Like, you know, I bet you $5 you can't make that, or $1 that you probably wasn't $5, but it, you know, so like I could bet on that. I don't
not the machine. Which you're not going to beat the machine.
The slot machine.
And intellectually I know that.
I know. Yeah.
But every so often somebody hits. It's like the lottery. Although I don't play the lottery.
Really?
That doesn't seem like a challenge enough. Like, I'm not going to just circle a number. That seems so random. But like a card game or like a...
I guess you have to use your intellect too.
I know, but the slots you don't. That does not take an intellect.
Johnny War or regular War.
True.
Interesting. I'm going to pick a poll. Do you say Johnny War or War? I think we could have a...
If we knew how to do that on
Kahoot or something, whatever.
When somebody on Instagram where you slide your choices, there's a way to make a post and you vote on Instagram. If I know how to do that. Yeah. I've seen people do it. I voted on it. I just don't know how to do it.
I wish we could pay somebody to do our Instagram, though.
I know. Anybody out there? Well, we'd need sponsors to make money first.
But I would spend my gambling money on that. I would be like, okay, I have an allocation of gambling money of $50 this month. I am going to spend it on not having to be.
And I should put it out there. Sean is not a gambler. He does not like the gambling thing. He will do it for me for a night.
Yeah.
But he'll usually sit behind me and watch me gamble.
Well, I mean, he just doesn't. You're just having a good time.
Yeah, he just doesn't.
I can understand that.
So it's not his
which
thing.
Is nice.
It's like drinking. He's not a drinker.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a big drinker, but even that. He's just not.
But
he made a pact with the Lord. Make a pact with the Lord. I don't know what it was, but he kind of stated.
Is that called a fleece? Not
A
really.
fleece
'Cause
is
a
kind of,
fleece is
if
like
I
your
do
wa-
this, tell me this.
Right,
Like, I
yeah,
want to
exactly.
know.
Well,
This
it's
was
not
just
that.
his commitment to the Lord that he said he was not going to drink until Bailey's wedding. And he set this, 15 years ago, maybe, when he was in
Yeah.
seminary. We had to sign off in seminary that we wouldn't drink in seminary.
Right.
So we both had to kind of sign
Yeah.
a statement of faith in seminary. And when he did that, he said, I'm not going to drink till Bailey's wedding. So that's been a known thing in the house, which we laugh because
Right.
Bailey's wedding's coming. So now the kids are all like,
Oh,
Dad's
it's
going to
fun.
drink.
Wait
Like,
till they see
you
how
know.
Dad's gonna
Yeah,
do.
so they're like, that's the
That'll
joke
be
now that at the
interesting.
wedding, in
Bailey's
April,
like,
Dad's going to
Dad
drink.
should drink the morning after my wedding so he doesn't
Well,
embarrass
and
me.
now he's all of a sudden changing it. I don't know what he'll do, but I asked him the other day, I'm like, are you going to drink at the wedding? Because the
Yeah,
kids are all
right.
talking about, like,
Yeah.
Dad's going to drink. Because that's been the rule
Right,
in the house.
right.
Dad won't drink till Bailey's wedding. And then he said the other day, he said, I might wait till the youngest Cannon is 21. He's like, just for the sake that then everybody's legal and it's, and I was like, okay. So I don't know. But he's not a drinker.
Yeah. We're not very big drinkers.
No,
but
I mean,
like,
we're not.
it
It's
is
like, I
like-
gamble like I drink.
it is
one.
right.
It's
Exactly.
not,
We sound like I
it's
like
not
I would like Rodney and I too
alcoholic
like
gambler.
a drink. Yeah.
not an alcoholic gambler.
Oh my God. Okay, we're
promise.
bearing our souls here. Like we better say goodbye before. Oh my
The
gosh.
mishaps. So
That's funny.
yeah, there's some financial mishaps there. Probably shouldn't gamble.
I'm just gonna say that logically speaking, you shouldn't gamble if you think it's
Although,
going to make money.
We need
but
to have some fun in our life. I'm going to take you to Best Bet. We're going to go do Johnny
That is-
War.
I would just like to go so I can wear my
it's
cowboy boots.
so fun.
I'm so
So
like
fun.
I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to play blackjack. I don't I like cards, but
Mm-hmm.
I think I could probably war somebody. But
Johnny
so-
War is great.
You would be so mad if we went and I won something.
Oh, I'd be.
It
And you would. Like beginner's
right,
luck, you'd be
right.
like, ding, ding, ding.
yeah,
And
I
I'd be
don't.
like,
I think this could be
seriously?
the end of our
Yeah.
friendship if you're like, are you
I'm going to
kidding
hawk your
me?
ring for that.
Are you kidding me? Oh, anyway,
Oh, that's
okay.
funny. All right.
Let us say goodbye. So,
Yes,
'cause we're-
mishaps are done.
Mishaps
we are
are done.
heading into
Perseverance?
Perseverance.
Who picked that?
I don't know. We were in rare form at Braze when
Weren't we when we did our year's
planned out
planning?
this
We
year.
were just
Although I
Well-
think it's wise to do, because we just did wisdom.
yes.
I think
right.
it's so
It is
wise to do perseverance, like as we're heading into February, because it's like we've
No,
set
that's true.
goals and it's like we're kind of getting into the lull of
Yeah.
it. So now it's like, all right, we
Yeah,
got
we're
to
gonna
dig our heels in
persevere
and persevere.
Right. And my word and your word.
Yeah.
I got some words
Coup.
to coup. Yeah, inspire. Mine's a real word, but I laughed at when I was listening to the podcast, and us were like, "Great, now we're making up languages."
I was like, I can't find a one word in the English language that fit me. So
I'm
I'm just making up my
make
own.
it up, and I'm like, okay. And I'm reading the chronological Bible, and we have like the Tower. of Babel.
Oh, yes.
I'm
They're
like,
like mixing up languages.
Great. Now we're
Tammy's right in there.
now mixing up language. So
Ooh,
I
so
thought
how
that
are
was
you
funny.
doing on your chronological Bible?
Good.
Me too.
I feel like, we're Job and is a minute, right? I mean, I think it's like
I'm not in Job yet.
9 days. Really?
What chronological Bible are you doing?
I
What
remember doing the
chronology are
Bible
you doing?
recap, and we went from
Oh,
Genesis.
Bible recap. I'm doing a true chronological.
No, so are we. But Job is in right after Genesis, like.
But did you
before-
start it on January 1st?
Yes.
So you're on January 6th or whatever that is.
Yeah.
I'm not in Job yet.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I have to read like 3 chapters a day.
Yeah, it's a lot of reading.
Huh. How'd you know? What are you in?
I'm on Abraham and Lot, and they just wiped out Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh, see, we're before that.
So that was what I was asking Sean. Like, I
Yeah.
think different chronological Bibles.
Yes, that
They
is
say Job was
Right.
earlier, but it was written later. So
Right.
mine might be a.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, just different.
Here's the good news: we're probably going to end at the same time.
Go figure.
But
And,
but I think that is true.
Mhm.
I think like different
the way it's
chronological
written
Bibles.
chronologically.
Yeah.
So mine.
But I'm
was-
also not using a chronological Bible. Like you bought a new Bible.
I bought a 1-year chronological
Okay,
Bible.
so I have a 1-year chronological plan that I'm using with Bible recap for the girls.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I bought them the actual Bible, but I'm just using the sort of
The plan.
I'm using the plan, but I'm also doing the recap part of it, which
Okay.
is in a separate book. But I'm using it in my Bible because I wanted like my notes in my Bible.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was kind of the thing. I have my
Yeah.
Bible, and I
Yeah.
wanted a new Bible. I was like, fresh
Yeah.
start. So I bought
but
this
that's
new
good.
Bible.
Yeah.
And it's been really good.
Yeah.
Like I went through just the way that I don't know, we'll have to compare Bibles, which ones, but the way that this one's laid out, like if the same story is written in Genesis and in Chronicles, they'll put them together.
Yeah, right.
So I'll see it like 5 times
Yeah.
because it's in Genesis and in whatever.
Right. Wait
And
till you get to First Kings and Second Kings and First Chronicles and Second
it's going to be like,
you're just like, did we just not
dying?
do that?
Right.
Like, what are we doing?
I even feel that a little bit. And it was the lineage and the way that it was shocked me. And I was like, Sean, like, am I reading this right?
Yeah.
There is a lineage that says, and Enoch beget Methuselah, beget Lamech. And then a page later, it says Enoch, Methuselah, not Methuselah, but another one, Lamech. And I was like, wait, like we're in a whole different time period.
Right.
And go figure, it's 2 completely different lines. One's from Cain and one's from...
No kidding.
But they literally went, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech. And I was like, that's so crazy. I would have never noticed that had I not read it the way that I was reading it. Yeah.
Which I have told so many people that, because I've done it audibly, chronologically, like 2 or 3 times. And because I do it when I'm on the golf course. And so it comes across a little bit like, oh, we're not talking about the same whoever. Right. And the same, because there's a lot of duplication of names. A lot of
duplications.
Right. And so when it flows chronologically, you're like, oh, Enoch, this is Enoch number 2.
Right.
We
knew there were 2 Enochs.
And when you were reading
there were
it, you
2
would
Lamechs.
never think that.
Thought. So that was kind of cool.
It'll be interesting. We'll have to compare when
which
you
Bibles.
get to, is yours ESV?
I don't know what version
mine's
I'm in.
an ESV.
I don't know what version I'm in.
I was just curious.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure.
we'll have to compare.
It's been really good.
It's a lot.
Even we watched a drive through the Bible history. Have you ever watched that on Netflix? It's actually on YouTube. Get it on YouTube. It's a guy that he does a drive through the Bible history, and he goes explores places and kind of gives you the biblical history of the places and the whatever. And so Sean and I will watch one every so often. And the other night we were watching one and I learned some new things, which coordinated with my chronological Bible. He was in Jerusalem, or I forget where he was, but somewhere near Tel Aviv.
Or
somewhere. I can't remember where it was. And he was saying, do you know what tel means? There's Tel Aviv and da-da-da. And I was like, I don't know what tel means. And it means layers.
Yes.
And so when they do archaeology, it's layers of cities on top of layers.
I learned that when I went to Israel.
Blew me away. I didn't know that. So then he started talking about this one place, and all the layers. And he was doing through the history of it. And he was saying this is where the first covenant happened, where Abraham, and he was telling the story and how they used to sacrifice an animal and they would cut the animal in half and they'd split the animal, and both parties would walk through the center of the animal as saying the blood of this animal be the thing that we bind this contract with.
Right.
And so both people would walk through the middle of this animal that they just cut in half. And he was like, however, Abraham and the Lord, when the Lord made a covenant with Abraham saying you're going to have a multitude of children before he had a kid.
Right.
God sent he told him to sacrifice an animal and cut it in half. And then God put a pillar of fire that went through the animal. And he's telling this story. And I'm like,
where's that?
I don't ever remember that story. Somehow or another, in all my years, I've missed that story. It was just yesterday in the chronological Bible. And I was like, oh, that's it.
Yeah. And you would have skipped it.
And I would have missed it. I was like, that's so fun.
I love how
that was really
like
cool. So I'm enjoying the chronological Bible. All that to say.
If you want to listen to it driving, there's a great chronological Bible.
Send me that, because today I Googled it trying to figure out. Some days I can't get.
You can't read.
Right.
Exactly.
I would like to.
I'll send it to you.
Okay. That'd be great. Thanks.
So, okay.
Put it in the comments.
Cheers. So much we spent good money on new Bibles.
Yeah.
Financial stuff.
Financial stewardship.